Okay, so there's been a lot of news about Kamala Harris working at McDonald's, so I thought I'd have a bit of a dig around and see what I could find because Trump's saying that McDonald's confirmed she never worked there and so forth, and of course everyone's saying, oh, Trump just says that and blah, blah, blah. So let's have a bit of a dig. So did Kamala really work at McDonald's? Here are the facts. So she claims, they claim, Democrats claim that she worked in the branch over the summer of '83. She would have been 19 or 20 years old, which I confirmed that would have been her age because if you look here, she was born 20th of October 1964. So 1983, she would have been like 19 years old. So that makes sense. But then you sort of start thinking, why would McDonald's hire a 19-year-old? Because it says somewhere where she said she worked the fries and the ice cream making. So basically doing a very junior job. Why would McDonald's hire a 19 or 20-year-old to do like a junior's job? Just doesn't really make sense to me. And then it says, so here we go. This is another thing that doesn't make any sense. I looked up this. It says, before going to politics, Vice President Kamala Harris worked at McDonald's in her 20s. So now they're expanding it like into her 20s. It says here, Kamala Harris, I'm working at McDonald's in her 20s. It was not a small job. Well, okay, if it wasn't a small job, surely it would show up on her resume. She's saying it wasn't a small job. She's boosting it up, obviously, for political gain, I'm saying. This is what I'm asserting, that she's doing it for political gain, and she never worked there at all. So I started having a bit of a dig, and we found Kamala's resume and also her, she went for a clerk job at the Alameda County Office of District Attorney. So, this girl's got ambitions. She ain't working at no McDonald's, man. And this is backed up here, So basically, if we look here on a work history, it says employment history. List your work record for the last 10 years. Begin with your most recent experience, including self-employment, U.S. military service, etc. Describe your work as you did as completely as possible. List each promotion separately. Explain any gaps between employment periods. If more space is needed, use a separate sheet prepared in the same form and attached securely. Pretty self-explanatory. Looks like her first job was summer job 1985. She would have been 21. So that looks like the 4th of 85 to the 5th of 86. Looks like about a year. She worked at the Federal Trade Commission as a student assistant. Aided in Washington, aided in preparation of weekly newsletter and conducted research, worked in Office of Public Affairs. So she went from McDonald's, so she claims she went from McDonald's and then went straight into the Federal Trade Commission. and this is quite interesting too. So summer of '84. So this is on her resume. So the year after, apparently she worked at McDonald's, even though she said that they claim that she was working in McDonald's in her 20s. All right. So summer of 1984. She was born in 1964, which made her 20 years old. So while she's working at McDonald's, she's doing a U.S. Senate intern. Wow. She's been busy, hasn't she? Working in McDonald's and the U.S. Senate intern. Look, you can see the general theme here. She wanted to get into politics, And if you look at her it's like she did at Howard University. She did a Bachelor of Arts. Got here course of major study economics. Did a Bachelor of Arts. Graduated in 1986. Says May 86 there. BA, Bachelor of Arts. Then at Hastings College of Law. Did some law. It doesn't say when she graduated there, but I'm assuming she graduated. We'll give her that. So the theme is law, economics, and just getting work experience in these areas. Federal Trade Commission, Charles Schwab and Company, and doing like clients provide clients with quotes for stock market prices and activities. This ain't a girl who's got a heart set on working at McDonald's in the summer, you know. Well, so what does she do? You don't get holidays in the US. You get like 10 days off, and when you're working, so she worked for a year, but she took some time off to go work at McDonald's in the summer somehow. while she's studying and everything. So it just doesn't. To me, it just doesn't add up. I'm with Trump here. I don't think she worked at McDonald's at all, and he had to jab at her that he's worked 15 minutes more than Kamala now, that he did his little stint at McDonald's. A brilliant stunt. I quite liked it. It was quite enjoyable. So 85, 86, 87, no, in her 20s, apparently she's working at McDonald's, but she wasn't. Like, I can't see how she can fit this into McDonald's. Looks like she only worked a month there, Charles Schwab. 2 months here at a law clerk. What, they keep getting rid of her and then she has to go back to McDonald's? That could be it. She prepared motions and memoranda on civil litigation, employment, insurance, defence and procedural issues, analysis of lease and trust agreements. So this is 87, so she's 23. But she's working at McDonald's in her 20s. Working at McDonald's. Why is she mucking around with this civil litigation when she's got a career in McDonald's in her 20s? It's just, to me, I'm flabbergasted. Just focus on your McDonald's career, Kamala. This is just wasting your time with this political stuff. Yeah, so it's got here on her resume, experience, Alexander, Milner and McGee. Let's zoom in a bit on this. Let's make this a bit bigger because this is her work experience. Let's go full screen here. Experience, Alexander, Milner and McGee, San Francisco, summer of 87. So this is when she was 24, prepares motions, civil litigation. Charles Schwab, which we said, provide clients with quotes for stock market prices and activity. Should be concentrating on McDonald's, dear. Shouldn't be doing this stuff. 85 to 86. So she was 24 there. Not 24. 21. Born in 1964. 21, 22. Worked at the Office of Public Affairs. We all know what you're up to, Kamala. You're trying to make out that you're just a working class girl and working hard in McDonald's, an entry-level job, and you're just like the rest of us. But no, you're very ambitious, and you are picking up work experience in all these different places, which to do with finance and politics, stock market, law. Nothing to do with McDonald's at all. I'm with Trump here. I think she never worked there at all. So summer of 84, this was the summer after her McDonald's stint, apparently. Even though she worked there in her 20s. Trying to fit it in between all these things. She worked as a US Senate intern, drafted letters to constituents, conducted research. I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it at all. There we go. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm onto something? Do you think Kamala really worked at McDonald's? Do you think Trump's right? They're attacking Trump because he's got no evidence. But you can read between the lines here. I really don't think she worked at McDonald's at all. So leave your comments below, guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.